Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Today the Canon EOS R has been announced and we're all excited. Why do I really want a good mirrorless camera? Basically for me it's important because like most people over 40, your eyes start to deteriorate and it just means that your lens doesn't focus as well as it used to. So things close up become blurry. So that's why um, people over like 40, 45 usually use reading glasses. And often they'll progress on to wearing glasses full time after that. Probably when they're about 55, 60 or something like that. Okay, so yeah, so for me being in that bracket of being over 45, um, my eyes have deteriorated a little bit, and focusing on close-up things is not so good anymore. They are blurry. When you're young, you think you're going to be able to focus forever, but as you get older, it just doesn't happen. So the advantage of the mirrorless system, and for anybody who wears glasses, I guess, is that yeah, you can look through the EVF and you can adjust the diopter on the EVF to suit your eyes, and you can see perfectly clear and review your images in the EVF, even if you can't see them on the back screen, which often it's too blurry for me to look on the back screen. Even though the back screen might be beautiful, if I don't have my glasses on, it's not going to be happening. So for me, a person that can see far away clearly and I'm putting glasses on to look at things close up, this is perfect because I'm not wearing glasses all the time. So yeah, I can review my photos, I can look at menus, do everything virtually through the EVF. So that's the main reason that I really, really want a good mirrorless camera, and I'm really hoping that something comes about. So anyway, let's go in and look quickly at the EOS R. Very exciting stuff. Okay, just going over, this is the sheet that I got from Canon Australia on their website, the PDF. So looking quickly, so it's got Canon's dual pixel CMOS autofocus. Says it's been supercharged and combined with Digic 8 image processor. So that's pretty cool. So we got a new processor. It looks that's going to be more powerful than the old ones, I guess. And yeah, so that's pretty good. So it's got a fast processor. It says it's got an outstanding 5,655 available autofocus point position. Wow, that's a lot of autofocus points. Um, that's pretty outrageous, yeah. Anyway, let's go on. Of course, it's got a coverage area of 100% vertical and 88% horizontal. So 88% horizontal, so not going from top to bottom, but going across the whole frame. So that's interesting, which is probably the most used area of the picture frame. And it's also got, very important for me, eye detect autofocus and the ability to focus in the dark down to -6 EV sounds really, really, really good to me for what I do, which is, events and weddings and things like that. So I really want a good eye detect autofocus system. Now, how good that eye detect is, I don't know, and obviously I have to see the camera and use it, and or see a review of somebody using it before I can make that assumption. But hopefully it's going to be a great working system. Yeah. Okay, it says rethink precision, capture movement in any light with the fastest, sharpest Canon lenses. Okay, so the new dedicated RF lens range is complemented by compatibility to over 90 Canon EF and EF lenses via one of 3 lens adapters. So they're introducing 3 different lens adapters with this camera, They've got a new mount called the RF lens mount. Okay, so we got, what else do we have here? We'll go down, looking at this page. EOS R, okay, just go through the specs pretty quick. 30.3 megapixels, which is a really nice size. You know, maybe it's a little bit on the high side, I think, but I guess it's a pretty good compromise. Very good, actually. It's got a OLED EVF with 3.69 million dots, so that's huge. So that's a very detailed EVF we got there. We've got the dual pixel CMOS autofocus, which is fantastic. We're going to assume, and it's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi with NFC, which is good if you want to connect up your smartphone to it to control things. And it's got a vari-angle LCD which flips around and faces the front, so you could vlog with this camera very easily, which is very good. It's got high resolution at 2.1 million dots, which is a very high resolution screen. Very, very good. It's got 4K plus full high definition video, 4K at 30p with cinema log and 10-bit output via HDMI in 4K with 4:2 compression for flexible editing and easy color matching. Okay, so reasonable video, I guess, if you're into that. Probably not the best, but reasonable. Digic 8, fast, powerful, and innovative. Canon's new Digic 8 processor. Very good. It's got an ISO range. Designed to shoot in challenging light conditions. Has a native range of 100 to 40,000, which sounds really useful. Okay, that sounds like a good range. Naturally, I don't think you'd be going up to 40,000. I doubt very much you'd be going much above 12,000, but I guess some people may if they had to. But you know, it's going to look pretty crappy. Doesn't matter what sort of camera you got. It's got eye detection autofocus when it comes. Okay, so this is what's important to me. This eye detection autofocus. When the camera detects a human face, it uses the subject's eyes as the autofocus point. Okay, perfect for portrait shooting. Okay, so this could be really good if it works as well as Sony's. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know, it's got to compete with Sony, and Sony have really nailed that one. So that's a real sticking point for me. 4K time-lapse movie, very nice. Dual pixel RAW file format allows you to fine-tune images in post-production by adjusting or correcting the point of sharpness, shifting the foreground bokeh, or reducing ghosting. Okay, that's interesting. Some sort of feature. I don't really know what that is. Up to 8 frames per second shooting. Okay, not the fastest, but plenty fast enough for me. Above and beyond. In-camera raw processing. Well, yeah, just about any camera does that. RF lenses. EOS R is compatible with Canon's fastest, sharpest lenses in the RF range. Okay, so it's got the new mount. It's got a silent shutter available. Silent shutter allows you to take photos without creating a sound, perfect for capturing natural reactions or shooting in situations that otherwise wouldn't be possible. Very good. Okay, here's all the specifications here. All the usual things. I mean, you can read all the specifications you like, but at the end of the day, it needs to function well. That's what we're looking for. It's got a lot of specifications here. It seems to have a headphone terminal provided. What else do we have? Do we have built-in stereo microphones, external stereo microphone jack? So that's good. We got the viewfinder sounds really good. The battery, let's go to the battery. It's LP E6N or the LP E6 compatible. So that's good. If you got those sorts of batteries, you can still use them. How many shots do you get? It says approximately 370 shots at room temperature. So I guess that's pretty similar to the Nikon, but yeah, I'm guessing, you know, I think the Nikon's using the same battery too. The the battery that they've been using in the D750 and D850 and D800 and all that, and I think they've got a similar sort of shooting range, which isn't the best. Let's just go back and check. Okay, the shutter up to 1 to 8,000, sync at 1 to 100. Okay. So it's all pretty good, but like I'm saying, it really depends on how this thing works in your hand. What I want to find is where it says how many the recording media, how many card slots it has. It's not really made a point of. Okay, so what we got is an SDHC, SDXC memory card. UHS 2 and UHS 1 cards are supported. So it supports the fast cards or the slower cards, SD cards, and it makes no mention of there being a second slot, so it looks like it's a one slot camera, just like the Nikon. So what we have here is, they also made a point of mentioning that it was made in Japan during the promotional video. So what we have here is like it's going to be a really good, solid, well-built camera, obviously. It's got the little screen, just like the Nikon. They're all ripping off the screen, similar to the Fujifilm. They've actually put it on this side. And, you know, I'm sure it's going to be a great camera. So what really matters to me, I am not so worried. I know a lot of people are really getting nancy about the fact of using like one card slot. I've never had a card fail, and I'm not so worried about that. But I can understand people being worried about that. I would get it if the thing that I am mostly looking at, I mean, I'm happy with everything. Everything looks really, really good. It's this eye detection autofocus. As long as the eye detect works fantastic, I will get this camera 100%. If the eye detection doesn't work that well, well, then you can just forget it. I'm not going to be getting a camera that doesn't have the eye detection autofocus, or if it doesn't, you know, grab faces. I mean, I've already got the Fuji X-T2 and it doesn't grab faces very well, and it doesn't do eye focus or very well, so why should I bother getting another mirrorless camera that's not going to do it very well, because that's probably the most important thing for me. So yeah, that's the quick look at the Rethink Mirrorless Canon promotion. Rethink Mirrorless. Yeah, what a joke. Okay. You know, these guys are very late to the game. But anyway, looks really good. I think it's much better than the Nikon so far from what I can see, but obviously it has to be tested. You have to use the camera to see how it works. And that's it. I hope that's enough information for you to get an idea of what's coming. Okay, catch you later. Bye.